Advisors from BRICS and
the BRICS economy,
the BRICS nations,
the BRICS group,
the BRICS states in charge of security issues.
October 2024. The world is holding its breath in anticipation of this date as the BRICS nations converge in Kazan, Russia, for what could be the most pivotal summit in modern history. At a time when talks on de-dollarization are getting serious and global trade tensions are heightened, this gathering promises to be a turning point. Also, there are speculations that a blockchain-based payment system will be proposed, which makes this even more interesting. Could this be the moment that triggers the collapse of the United States dollar? A big shift in the global economy is now looking possible, one that could reshape our world in ways we've never imagined. In this video, we are getting into the details of the high-stakes proposals and critical decisions that will unfold at this summit. More importantly, you will learn how this affects you the most and possible scenarios you should prepare for. BRICS, which comprises Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, is stronger than ever before. The organization has seen an impressive surge in growth, and interest in the organization is at an all-time high. The bloc has expanded to include 6 new members: Argentina, Egypt, Ethiopia, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. Currently, over 40 countries have expressed interest or submitted applications to join the BRICS bloc, according to various reports and statements from BRICS officials. This expansion increases the bloc's economic weight and potential, with the new members bringing significant financial resources and geopolitical significance to the table. Going into this summit, China seems very certain of the US dollar crash, that it has so far made a $100 billion short against the US dollar. What this means is they are essentially betting on the US dollar to crash, and if this happens, China will make a lot of money from this short Forex trade. The only reason why China is taking such a huge gamble is because they have inside information on key policies that could crash the dollar, and we are likely to see this play out soon.
Chinese banks have bet more than $100 billion on the US currency to fall. So if it falls, these Chinese banks will make a profit.
Russia taking the chair of BRICS Summit in 2024 is another significant development, especially considering the current global landscape. As the chair, Russia will play a crucial role in shaping the organization's agenda and decisions, which could have far-reaching implications for international relations and global governance. No other country is more eager for a shift from the US dollar than Russia at the moment, and we can be sure that this will be the top agenda in this year's summit. Russia's chairmanship comes at a time when the country is seeking to strengthen its ties with other nations and counterbalance Western influence. As chair, Russia will likely prioritize issues such as multipolar politics, economic cooperation, and global governance reform. Speaking about the 2024 summit, Ilya Rogachev, the Russian ambassador to South Africa, said in clear terms that one of the focus of this meeting will be to work on de-dollarization, not just for BRICS nations, but for the global South.
We can say that they have weaponized the dollar, they have weaponized euro, these recognized world reserve currencies. So apparently BRICS members, the rest of the world, the non-West, is simply compelled to move away from these currencies in their exchanges.
According to Rogachev, the broader goal is to detach from all major reserve currencies, including the euro and the British pound. This strategic move aims to reduce the influence of Western powers and enhance immunity from international interference. Rogachev's perspective underscores a significant shift in the geopolitical landscape. By moving away from these dominant currencies, BRICS nations seek to establish a more autonomous and resilient economic framework. This detachment is seen as a way to safeguard their economies from the political and economic pressures often exerted by Western countries. The dynamics of global finance and the role of the US dollar in foreign reserves are undergoing fascinating changes. For decades, the US dollar has been the world's dominant currency in foreign reserves, serving as a cornerstone of international financial stability. However, recent trends suggest that this long-standing dominance is starting to wane. As of mid-2024, the dollar's share in global foreign reserves has fallen to 59%, marking its lowest point in 25 years. This is a notable decrease from its peak of 71% in the year 2000, indicating that the world is beginning to look toward alternatives. Moreover, US monetary policies, particularly the Federal Reserve's interest rate hikes, have influenced global perceptions. making countries wary of their dollar dependencies. Meanwhile, other currencies, such as the euro and the Chinese renminbi, are slowly gaining ground. The euro now makes up 20% of global reserves, and although the renminbi remains a small player, its influence is growing steadily. In 2024, the Chinese yuan has shown significant strength against the US dollar, reaching its highest levels in over 16 months. This surge is largely attributed to a series of stimulus measures implemented by the People's Bank of China to counteract the country's economic slowdown. The yuan's exchange rate against the dollar has fluctuated between 7.15 and 7.35, with expectations that it could strengthen to around 7.2 by the end of the year. The yuan's use in cross-border transactions has also surged. In 2020, the cross-border use of the yuan, including payments and receipts, reached 28.39 trillion yuan, marking a 44.3% year-on-year increase. And it has continued on this upward trend since then. By 2022, China's foreign trade value was 42.07 trillion yuan, with exports at 23.97 trillion yuan and imports at 18.1 trillion yuan. And so far in 2024, it has been involved in 7% of all forex trades, surpassing the Swiss franc, Australian dollar, and Canadian dollar in market share. The yuan has also seen a rise in its share of global payments. For instance, a significant portion of China and Russia's $240 billion trade in 2023 was settled in yuan or rubles. These gains are not a reflection of the Chinese economy. Rather, they are proof that the world is moving away from the dollar and the Chinese yuan is benefiting because of China's strategic position in global trade. Sergei Ryabkov, Russia's deputy foreign minister, has emphasized that the de-dollarization agenda will be a central focus of the summit. He believes that the alliance will emerge stronger, ushering in a whole new ballgame for developing nations. This sentiment is echoed by many within the BRICS community, who see the move as a necessary step towards financial sovereignty and stability. The anticipation surrounding the summit is evident, with many speculating that a de-dollarization roadmap will be unveiled. However, the path to de-dollarization is not without its challenges. Critics point out the difficulties in integrating the diverse economies of the BRICS nations and the potential resistance from established financial institutions. Despite these hurdles, the momentum behind the de-dollarization movement appears to be gaining pace. Russian President Vladimir Putin has described the process as irreversible, highlighting the growing commitment among BRICS nations to pursue this goal. According to analysts from Bloomberg, there is little chance that the dollar will lose its relevance.
The dollar is still the world's reserve currency. When there are extreme deleveraging events in markets, that still means that people retrench to the world's reserve currency, which means the dollar. And the dollar is not losing that aspect anytime soon.
While this trend may present some obstacles to the dollar's supremacy, it's improbable that the greenback will experience the dramatic downfall that some predict. One of the key factors is global trust and stability. The US dollar has long been regarded as a safe haven currency, largely due to the resilience and scale of the American economy, the liquidity of its financial markets, and the robust legal framework that governs transactions. Even as certain nations diversify their reserves into other currencies, the dollar continues to stand as a reliable store of value, especially in times of global instability. Moreover, the dollar's stronghold is reinforced by network effects and inertia. A large portion of global trade is still invoiced in dollars, and many countries keep dollar reserves to ease international dealings. This creates a self-perpetuating loop, where the dollar's widespread use ensures that it remains the currency of choice. It's like a well-worn path. Once established, it's tough to abandon. Another significant hurdle for de-dollarization efforts is the absence of viable alternatives. While the euro and the Chinese yuan have emerged as contenders, they have not yet achieved the same level of global trust or liquidity as the dollar. The Eurozone's internal political and economic challenges, combined with China's stringent capital controls, diminish the appeal of these currencies for global reserves. Additionally, U.S. financial markets are among the most liquid and deep in the world, which makes the dollar even more attractive. Investors with substantial sums can buy or sell dollar-denominated assets with minimal disruption to market prices. This depth is crucial, as it assures that the dollar remains the go-to currency for those seeking a secure and efficient investment vehicle. Then there are the economic fundamentals. Despite the concerns surrounding de-dollarization, the U.S. economy remains a powerhouse, innovative, productive, and built on a strong legal framework. These factors bolster confidence in the dollar, ensuring that it holds its ground amidst global shifts. Lastly, central banks worldwide continue to hold significant portions of their reserves in US dollars. The dollar's pivotal role in the global financial system, paired with the historical strength of the US economy, reinforces this practice. While diversification is happening, the dollar still serves as the cornerstone of many countries' foreign reserves. The BRICS bloc has its work cut out for it, and this is why presenting a roadmap is the first step in the process of doing away with the dollar. This roadmap will be presented at this 2024 summit. The most exciting announcement at this event would possibly be the framework for the BRICS blockchain payment solution. The bloc is actively developing a blockchain-based payment system known as the BRICS Bridge, a multi-sided payment platform that aims to connect the financial networks of member countries, facilitating settlements through central bank digital currencies or CBDCs rather than a common currency. Opting for a blockchain-based central bank digital currency over adopting any single nation's currency offers several compelling advantages for the BRICS nations. One of the primary benefits is the preservation of financial sovereignty. By using a CBDC, each BRICS nation can maintain control over its monetary policy and avoid becoming economically dependent on any other country. Relying on a single nation's currency could lead to undue political influence, whereas a CBDC ensures financial autonomy and stability. Another significant advantage is the enhanced security and transparency that blockchain technology provides. Blockchain's decentralized nature creates an immutable ledger where every transaction is recorded, reducing the potential for tampering or alteration. This level of transparency helps mitigate the risk of fraud, corruption, and money laundering, which are critical concerns for any financial system. The efficiency offered by a blockchain-based CBDC is also noteworthy. Traditional cross-border transactions often require numerous intermediaries, leading to high transaction fees and delays. By utilizing blockchain, BRICS nations can streamline these processes, reducing both costs and the time required for international trade. This increased efficiency would greatly benefit the economic interactions between BRICS members. In addition to efficiency, a CBDC promotes financial inclusion by offering digital financial services to unbanked and underbanked populations. Many developing countries within BRICS struggle with limited access to banking services. According to the World Bank, there are 1.4 billion people on Earth that do not have bank accounts, and digital currency can bridge this gap, providing a more inclusive financial ecosystem for those who may otherwise be left out of traditional banking. Finally, embracing a blockchain-based CBDC positions BRICS at the forefront of technological innovation. This step could attract investment, spur technological advancements, and elevate the global competitiveness of these nations. In an increasingly digital world, being pioneers in financial technology can offer a significant advantage. Cryptocurrencies have played a crucial role in the BRICS nations' efforts to boycott the dollar. For instance, Bitcoin and other digital currencies have been considered as alternatives for international transactions, reducing the dependency on the US dollar. So, the October 2024 summit will likely provide more insights into this ambitious project and its potential implications for the future of international trade and finance. In short, the 2024 BRICS summit might be a key moment in creating a more balanced world economy. The choices made here could start the decline of dollar dominance, leading to a time when many currencies are important in global trade. As we move forward, everyone will be watching closely to see how these big plans develop and change the financial world. But should you be worried? It depends on the situation. Moving away from the dollar could have various consequences for global markets and your finances. It's something to keep an eye on, especially if you are involved in international business or have savings in the US dollar. So make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest financial and economic events. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.